Check.
He's scared of that.
I don't want to do that. It's one of those things. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Brian Thompson, Jerry Bork, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming today. So, running for mayor for Arlington.
I am.
When did you make the decision to run for the mayorship?
Wow. Officially, probably 6 months ago, but I've been preparing myself for it and thinking about it for a couple of years.
Okay, good. How long have you been with the alderman position?
I've been an alderman since 2005.
Okay. So, do you like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's your best part about being the alderman? What do you like the most?
Wow, I just love to be a part of a growing community, be a part of shaping and molding our city, preparing it for future generations, and making the decisions about what kind of community we want to be.
Good. And you've been in it since '05? So that's like 6 years in?
Alderman for 6 years, but before that I was involved in committees and
Good.
planning process.
All right. Seeing that you've been with Arlington for so long, how long have you lived here in this area?
For 11 years, since 2000.
Okay. So you've seen a lot of change with Arlington?
Absolutely, a lot of change. When I moved here, there were 2,500 people, and now, as you know, we've got almost 12,000.
Right. Being that you were a part of the growth and the part of the change, did it go the way that you guys liked?
Oh, it has,
You enjoyed the
certainly.
way it's gone?
Yeah. And I've been a big part of that, you know, just developing and planning in a way that, you know, the way we want to grow. And so, yes, we have been able to do that for the past, 8 years, certainly.
Yeah. What was the biggest challenge in that growth period that we've had?
Oh wow, when we were booming, when development was booming, and I mean, just anybody and everybody was coming out here wanting to develop a residential neighborhood, we just got slammed with it, and at that point we had to decide what direction do we want to go with our, with our residential planning, how we want things to look. And so during that time it was very busy, and of course, as the economy has slowed down, has not been as busy, but that has given us an opportunity to really focus on things that we want to fine tune and things that we may have decided to change that weren't working out for us. So it's just been a roller coaster, but it's been fun.
Like, what is your vision of Arlington continuing and what's already begun?
Well, I think our committees and the board, and we have done a good job of establishing that direction, but as you suggest, that is basically, it's a direction of controlled, smart, and selective growth. And from a residential standpoint, it's more planned communities. Not just coming in and dividing a plot of land into a bunch of lots and building houses. It's introducing amenities into the neighborhood, walking trails, and we've done that. The board, the planning commission, the board of mayor and aldermen, we have gone in that direction over the past 8 years. So I'd obviously like to continue that, but as far as commercial development, we are still somewhat in our infancy there. But we have, through the design review committee, which I've been the chairman of that for 6 years now, we have implemented policies and procedures to ensure that commercial development occurs in the manner in which an attractive manner. Make sure that the commercial development looks good, it lends itself to the character that we're trying to create in Arlington. And so we've got a good start. We've got to continue that progress and make sure we don't skip a beat.
Where's the most growth going to happen that you see for Arlington when it comes to commercial?
You mean in what area?
Yeah, what area do you see it?
Wow. Well, Highway 70 and Airline, where Kroger is, and McDonald's went in recently, and we approved a Sonic restaurant there. That area will probably continue to be one of the areas that will continue to come up. There's other shopping centers in that area that have actually been approved in the early stages, but waiting obviously for the economy to turn around before they're actually built. So that area will come up first. And we have a tremendous opportunity on the other side of the interstate in the Donaldson Farms area. That actually is a planned development that's been in existence for several years. We have a tremendous opportunity to really guide and direct the way we want things to happen over on the other side of the interstate. That's going to be a crazy busy area with the Interstate 385 right there. So we have a great opportunity there, but we're probably still, 10 years away.
What do you see happening with the Depot Square area?
Depot Square is a very interesting historic area. We're very fortunate to have people involved down there, like the Main Street Arlington Association or the Depot Square Merchants Association and Main Street Arlington. As a mayor, I would like to see us spend some time on a master plan for Depot Square. On the design review committee and the planning commission, we have specific policies and guidelines already as to how that area should look. But I would like to focus some time and energy on the Depot Square area because it does host so many events, Arlington in April, music on the square. Again, but also putting some emphasis on our progressive approach for Arlington overall. Obviously, Depot Square is an important asset to us, so we should certainly focus some time and energy there, but also looking at Arlington as a whole and what approach we want to take commercially there.
Yeah. What do you see as your main focus for being the mayor, be it schools or I don't know, commercial or residential? What's your main love?
There's lots of things I would like to focus on. There's areas that the boards are already focused on that we need to continue direction and leadership there. And I'd like to provide leadership in the areas of development. As I stated, we're kind of in our infancy as far as commercial growth is concerned. That's a really important area to me, is with the design review committee and our planning guidelines to make sure that commercially we develop in an attractive, selective manner. The infrastructure right now is really where we're spending a lot of time and money and energy. Roads, traffic signals, just the basic infrastructure to support our growth. So as this economy continues to turn around, development picks back up, people begin to move back into Arlington at the pace at which they were before things slowed down. We have to continue to make sure that we're prepared for that. So Milton Wilson Road and all the traffic lights we see going in, sewer growth, expansion of our sewer system, those basic infrastructure things, we have to make sure that we're thinking way ahead and making sure all that stuff is ready when development really picks back up again. But also, we do have an issue with the schools. As you know, with the Memphis City schools and Shelby County schools essentially consolidating, and I'm certainly looking to the school board for some guidance and leadership and assistance there. But as a community, we have to do everything we can to make sure that our school system is protected. It'd be a very, very expensive venture to start an Arlington school system. We have looked into that. Don't think that that's really a viable option, but I would, as mayor, like to work very closely with the existing school board to make sure we can do something to preserve the quality of the schools that we have right here in our community. Well, on a very basic level, something that I've advocated since I've been an alderman is something as simple as the traffic lights. As you've seen the past few that we have done at Milton Wilson and Airline, at 70 and Airline, the nice metal mast arm traffic lights, are they expensive? Yes. But those are the kinds of things that we can set in place now and say that's how we're going to grow Arlington. From a basic level, or even discuss things as simple as street lights, street signs, simple basic things that lend themselves to the kind of charm, the kind of character that we desire for Arlington. As the mayor, I want to make sure that all those kinds of things are thought about, and so there's no question when somebody comes along, how do we do this, how do we do that, it's there, it's been planned out, it's been thought about, even down to the smallest detail. So those kinds of things are important to me.
For you guys been here for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, and you've got a couple of kids. Tell me about your family.
Well, I'm engaged to my wonderful fiancee Amber, and we're planning to get married just after the election. And we have between us 3 children. We have 2 5-year-old boys and a 13-year-old daughter.